Hello, welcome to South First. Today we are in the heart of Visakhapatnam on campaign trial with M. Sribharat, who is Visakhapatnam Parliament candidate from Telangana Party, which is in alliance with Jansena and BJP. Mr. Bharat is also a president for Geetam Education Institutions and is also a son-in-law of actor politician Nandamuri Balakrishna, who is son of Telangana Party founder N.T. Ramarao. Hi, sir.
Hi, Bhaskar. How are you?
Good, sir. Good. Sir, let me start with this. How is your campaign going?
I originally imagined that the poll date would be sometime April end. So it's about 15 days longer than I hoped. So pacing yourself is important. We were becoming fast, then we slowed down a bit, and then again we're picking up pace now. It's going well.
So do you see, sir, any type of battleground, or is this one side win?
In Visakhapatnam, it's a largely urban population. People live in the city. They're looking for development, better quality of life. And this government has been unable to provide that. They're comparing the tenure earlier when Hudhud cyclone came to Visakhapatnam. In 9 days, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, the then Chief Minister, and our leader was able to bring the city back on its feet. We're seeing a very different environment now that's not focused on development, that's not focused on urban quality of life. So I think as far as Visakhapatnam is concerned, it's likely that we will win all 7 seats with a good margin, and hence the MP also will win with a good margin. That's our prediction. So we don't look at this as a battleground.
Sir, the opposition is saying that you are a little overconfident, especially the YSRCP, because they are sensing that you will lose again because there's a lot of welfare schemes that people are, looking to vote for YSRCP again.
Are you speaking about the party, or are you speaking about Visakhapatnam?
Especially party in terms of Visakhapatnam as well as Vijayanagaram, because the Butsa Satyanarayana's wife who is contesting here.
So I think the politics of Vijayanagaram are different from the politics of Visakhapatnam. Firstly, Vijayanagaram is a largely rural constituency, whereas Visakhapatnam is a largely urban constituency. But I think statewide, if you look at the survey that national agencies, fairly reputable surveys like India Today, have predicted 17 MPs for the TDP, Jansena, BJP alliance. So which means that we're winning out of 25, right?
So Vizag would be one of it?
For sure. I think Vizag would probably be the first or the second seat in that 17 with probably the highest majority. And my contribution to that, while it is there, is limited. I think the major contribution is the people want a better stable government, and people want this government to go away. So the anti-government sentiment and the pro-development sentiment that's there in Visakhapatnam overtake any candidate's narrative. If I'm a good candidate, I may be able to add another 5% to that vote. But a win is guaranteed regardless of who the candidate is.
So, sir, tell me this, on reforms, especially when it comes to YS Jagan's election pitch, education reforms is one of the key aspects that he is pitching on.
Yeah.
So, since you also run Geetam University, which is popular in Telugu states, how do you rate his educational reforms, especially English medium, Amma Odi, like scholarship, and also kits to the students?
So I think the major factor of quality in an education system, because I'm an educator myself, is the quality of the teacher. And this government, I think, should answer questions on how many new teachers have you recruited, and if so, how many of those teachers would be rated as high quality teachers. My knowledge and my information tells me that they have recruited almost zero faculty, zero teachers in all government schools in the last 5 years. The DSC has been announced only a few months ago.
Yes.
So if no new teachers have been recruited, how is there a transformation? Okay, we have not recruited new faculty. You have upgraded existing faculty significantly. What have you done? Like Delhi, for example, has partnered with international schools, has partnered with countries like Finland and other countries where the education system is supposed to be very good. It has come and brought those educators here, sent these teachers to Finland or other places to get trained. There is a concerted effort to improve the quality of the teachers who are already there in the system. That also has not happened. Whatever training has happened, or whatever upgradation to English curriculum has happened in a very limited, non-impactful manner. So I don't see a meaningful difference in the quality of the faculty. And I also see that the faculty are very upset today because they're not getting paid their salaries on time. When they wanted to protest, they're not even allowed to protest. So they are extremely fed up with the government, and an unhappy teacher or a demotivated teacher is not going to be a good teacher. So when the quality of the teacher is maybe 70-80% going to indicate the quality of education, you have done nothing there. How can you claim? If I have painted a few buildings, I've added one block here, one block there, yes, it is good, we're not denying that. But if that is amounting to 5 or 10% improvement over a system of 100%, you cannot claim it's a transformation. It is like inflation. The inflation of every essential commodity increases by 5% every year. Just because increase doesn't mean the quality of the product has improved.
Sir, one more thing. You are contesting from Telugu Desam, which is pitching for Amaravati as the sole capital.
Yeah.
But you are Visakhapatnam candidate, and YSRCP is pitching that they'll administrate the Vizag as a capital from next, after re-election, after winning this election.
Yeah.
So, how do you think you caught up between your party and?
See, there's two debates here. One is where should the capital have been? This decision was taken in 2014-15. At that point, you were in the opposition. YSRCP was in the opposition. If you made a strong argument that you are against Amaravati, and then after the capital was announced, everything happened. 2019, you came into power, and you said, in line with our stand, in line with our communication, we are changing the capital. And they seem to like Vizag as a capital. So, TK. Then nobody will question you. But you have agreed in the assembly that I support Amaravati. And hence, the government has gone ahead, made a master plan, made investments, has done so many things. After that, you come and say that we want to change the capital, it is very unfair. And if you claim that by virtue of announcing Vizag as executive capital, people are going to embrace you and that you have done a great job, then what is the development you have done? You please show it in the last 5 years. Compare it with what happened in the previous 5 years. You have only sent away investments. You've sent away Franklin Templeton, you've sent away Lulu Mall, and an existing central government entity called MedTech Zone, which is the largest medical devices manufacturing zone in the country, which is a central government project, has come up in Visakhapatnam. YSRCP is harassed them with CID cases for the first 2 years. Their MD CEO quit. He went back. And then the central government took a very strong stand against the state, saying that who are you to harass a central government project? So the MD has come back. So I only see vindictive politics as far as even Visakhapatnam's development is concerned. So I think they're just using the term capital to do some hogwash. And the one thing that we are very clear is we want only one capital. If we are saying that this is a cash-strapped state where debt is a huge issue, then building one capital itself is a challenge. How are you going to build 3 capitals? That's a lie. And it's only a mask.
But sir, building a capital in Amaravati is a political decision, what YSRCP is alleging, because it's a most of fertile land, and even the Shivaram Krishna committee and also the Boston and other report which YS Jagan has submitted in assembly.
Yeah.
All 3 reports says that building a capital in fertile land is not a good choice. But still,
he should have said that when he was in the opposition. Why did he agree to Amaravati? Why did he cheat the people? See, the Chief Minister has said that I support Amaravati in the assembly. There is a record of it. If you believed all these things, you should have said no, don't put it. At least your stand will be clear. Why say that I support Amaravati and then government changes, you change your stance? That's not fair. And the location choice has happened through the inputs of many stakeholders. That's why I'm saying the argument that could the capital have been somewhere else is always going to be there.
Okay.
You cannot deny that argument. But ultimately, the leader at that time was Mr. Chandrababu Naidu. He consulted many people, came to an opinion that Amaravati is in a place where it is equidistant from Srikakulam to Chittoor. And that is best suited for anyone to visit. If the capital were in Chittoor or the capital were in Srikakulam, from another end of the state, it's almost 1500 kilometers for someone to come, or 1200 kilometers for someone to come. It becomes very difficult, inaccessible for them. Whereas Amaravati is centrally located. So there is an argument for being centrally located.
Sir, but do you think that you caught up in this puzzle of capitalization in Vizag? Because what people are looking up, are they looking that you should pitch for Vizag as capital, or are they looking you to support?
I think the assumption that if there is a capital, there will be development is not a fully sound argument, because You look at Brazil as an example.
Okay.
Their richest city is Sao Paulo, but their capital is a small city called Brasilia. Actually, even take India as an example. The economic hub is Bombay,
Yes.
but the capital is Delhi. And we've been running fine as a country, right? And if you ask the citizens of Bombay, do you want Bombay to become the capital of India? I would bet you that they'll say no, they don't want it.
Okay.
So I think similarly, people of Visakhapatnam want a good quality of life, want their standards to improve, want more jobs to come here, want better water, better drink, better roads, lesser pollution. These are things that they care about. You show that. I don't think they care whether it's called a capital or not. They want it to prosper.
Sir, one thing, you have contested in 2019 elections.
Yeah.
If you have to turn back and count, what are the reasons for your loss? What are the major reasons for your loss?
I think there's 100 reasons I can name. There were so many things I could have done better. That was my first time contesting. I came into active politics only about 7 months before the elections. My granddad represented Vizag twice in the parliament in the last 30 years.
Yes.
And our party also lost. So there was a wave against the party because we won only 23 MLAs out of 175.
Yes.
But out of the 23, we won 4 in Visakhapatnam. So Visakhapatnam was very positive even in 19. I should have won. But it was a 3-way contest, and the Janasena candidate had polled almost 280,000 votes.
Yes.
Whereas my loss margin was only 4,000 votes.
Yes.
So I think the biggest factor, if any, is that 3-way contest. There's many other reasons which are significant, but not as significant as this one.
So now TDP is going with Janasena and BJP. So you are looking for the vote transfer. Do you feel that vote transfer will happen?
See, at the least, this is going to be a very comfortable victory for the alliance. Okay. Right? As I said, people want the TDP-led government to come. People want Mr. Chandrababu Naidu as the chief minister. So I think even an average candidate would win, maybe with a smaller margin, because I think I have some amount of goodwill. I have worked here. My grandfather has a lot of goodwill. I presume that I will help in amplifying the majority significantly.
Okay.
I think if we were going to win with 50,000 or 1 lakh, it's possible that if I work hard, I'll be able to take it up to 1.5, 2 lakhs. And if it becomes even better, it may cross 2 lakhs also.
Is BJP coming with you, sir, in Visakhapatnam especially? Because I've been hearing throughout my campaign trial that BJP has not been part of any of TDP
no,
campaign.
not at all. See, BJP...
do you think that BJP has significant presence in Visakhapatnam, or it is a very minimal impact?
See, I think relative to the entire state, BJP's presence in Visakhapatnam will be slightly more. Because there's a lot more North Indian population here, and there's a lot more history of BJP contesting the elections here in alliance. But BJP has never won a seat in Visakhapatnam in any category by itself. Whenever it has won on the alliance. So I think the strength of BJP in any seat, in any election would be determined based on what votes they get when they go solo. BJP today, the force that they bring is from the center. The center, they're extremely strong. BJP is very likely to form the government again in the center. And as a party, we require the help of the central government to develop the state in the future and to also safeguard our interests, because the debt has been increased multifold by this current government. From 3.5 lakh crores, it's taken to 12 lakh crores. So we need the help of the BJP. It may not be the help to get voting. I think voting-wise, TDP, Janasena was perfectly fine to win the elections. I think, but to transform the state, to strengthen the economy, to overcome this debt, we need the help of BJP. Electorally, I think BJP is not such a strong force in Andhra Pradesh yet. It may in the future. As far as my coordination in Visakhapatnam is concerned, the BJP has embraced me fully, and the city president and the state committee members had organized a meeting for me with all of the BJP leaders and the local in charges. There may be 1 or 2 people who are upset, but see, that's there in every party. I don't think you should take that as any major concern.